The final step in your design is to craft an evaluation process for your new program. Many people are afraid of evaluation, and they view evaluation as an opportunity for someone to get rid of them, to get rid of their program. And so one of the items that you need to consider is how to create a culture of evaluation in your workplace. You want to make sure that coworkers understand the value of evaluation, that evaluation is not punitive. It is not here to take their job away from them. It is here to make your programs better. And when we create a program, we need to evaluate it to make sure it's meeting its objectives and that we are making our program the very best that we can make it. You may be wondering why we even create an evaluation if we haven't finished designing the program. And one of the reasons why we create the evaluation while we are in the middle of designing is so that we can do a better job and craft a more complete evaluation. Every learning outcome that you designed in step 3 will need to be evaluated. While you are crafting your learning outcomes, and then you are thinking about your educational strategies and then your barriers to implementation, part of that is going to be to look at how to evaluate each outcome. And there are a variety of ways that each learning outcome can be evaluated. And it's easier to consider evaluation while you are designing to help you plan, so that as you are planning a learning outcome, you can then at the same time be thinking about, okay, how will I evaluate this to know that we've actually met this learning outcome? Now, you're probably thinking of surveys. That's what everyone uses. That's what we are most familiar with. But you're going to be introduced to a variety of methods of data collection. You'll find out about the difference between a survey and a questionnaire. You'll understand what a semi-structured interview is as opposed to a structured interview, as opposed to a telephone interview. And there are different times when each is appropriate. You'll learn about using focus groups as a type of evaluation, how to use artifacts, and then how to use observations. Every method is different, and you would choose a method based on the learning outcome you are trying to evaluate. One learning outcome may be better met by a structured interview. Or if you're trying to measure a skill, an observation may be appropriate. Or it may be that an artifact and looking at a project that someone has completed is the best method. So you want to choose different methods based on the outcome. And if possible, it's a good idea to have several methods to evaluate each outcome so you can compare your results. You will then craft an evaluation plan with data collection dates and data points. To complete this last step, you will want to review each video that has to do with evaluation methods. After you have reviewed each video, you will then need to select the evaluation method or methods for each outcome. And remember, the method could vary depending upon what it is you are evaluating and depending upon your population. You may have 3 different populations that you are targeting, and each one may require a different evaluation method. And then finally, you will design an evaluation plan. Now, you can measure some outcomes while the program is going on. You can measure some learning outcomes after a program is completed. You can even measure retention of knowledge 6 weeks after a program is completed, a year, 18 months. These are all items that you can consider, but you will need to complete each of these 3 items. And that's basically it. If you have any questions, please be sure to schedule a video conference to talk about your evaluation methods and your learning outcomes with your course instructor.